Welcome to the Insurance Executive Forum's CIO Spotlight series. This series explores the journeys of CIOs within the insurance industry as they help and guide their organizations through the digital transformation journeys. CIOs are rapidly digitizing the insurance industry to greatly improve business outcomes around profitable growth, claims losses, and operational efficiency. They are partnering with their business counterparts to improve the digital acumen of their organizations. They're building digital competencies and capabilities and fostering an ongoing culture of innovation and agility. They're leveraging new digital technology platforms that allow for faster innovation and quicker time to market. Overall, they're improving the digital operating model for the insurance industry. Join us to learn more about how they're bringing about these changes.
Welcome to the CIO Spotlight series as part of Insurance Executive Forum. We are joined here today by Tracy Tillinghast, who is the CIO of Topa Insurance Company. Tracy has been a great friend and an executive for many years, and it's a privilege for us to be talking to Tracy today. Tracy, thank you for accepting to be a guest at the IEF's CIO Spotlight.
Absolutely.
So Tracy, there's a number of things that we're going to hit on today, but maybe we start off by you talking to us a little bit about your background and your journey within insurance and Topa and some of the expectations of the role as you stepped into the role of the CIO at Topa.
Sure. So I'm a lifer in insurance. I've been in insurance for 30 plus years. My wife was an agent, so that's all we talk about at home. I started my journey on the business side. I started as a claims adjuster, moved into sales because they made more money, and then eventually made my way into technology and insurance technology. And I've been there for the last probably 20 years and have enjoyed it. I spent a big portion of my career at CSAA in Northern California. Came down here to Topa Insurance a little over 3 years ago. It was a pretty easy transition. I knew the previous CIO was a good friend of mine, Brian Sween, as well as the CEO, John, and John Donahue was the CEO, and now our current CEO, Mike Day, also came from AAA. So it was a fairly smooth, easy transition for me.
That's great, Tracy. That's really good to hear. There are not too many CIOs that come from a business background. So, and I'm sure as you look at digital and as you look at what's going on in the industry, having folks like you that come from a business background is especially helpful. So could you talk to us a little bit about how that helped you be more effective at your job?
Sure. I think it helps me interact with the business better. I've been in their shoes. I've been a business leader. So I know where they're coming from and what they're looking for from IT. And then it also helps me in interacting with my team so that I can give them the perspective of the business. It's not I'm just building a widget. I'm building a widget and this is why. And this is the goal we're trying to achieve for the organization. I think it makes their job more meaningful, and I think it makes them more effective working with the business because when they come to me with a problem, I understand it at a different level than the average technology person would, and can come up with solutions that I think work best for them.
Yeah, I'm sure there is this whole talk around the industry of CIOs becoming more effective business partners, and I'm sure your background in having run the business as well as having run IT and run large programs and projects has helped you in your journey.
Yeah,
it's really tough to kind of not just understand and appreciate what the business is saying, but also being able to translate that into what teams can properly understand, digest, and can run with. So that's great. A big part of what you've achieved, Tracy, is this whole concept of agility. People talk about doing agile and following the agile process, but it's really hard to achieve both a higher velocity as well as directionally being able to satisfy the business in whatever is more meaningful, valuable, and impactful for the business. And the work that you and your team did over the last 12 months or so has been just tremendous. So could you talk to us a little bit about this whole agile aspect of how you improved agility overall, and how you also involved the business in just making sure that the changes that you're making were very impactful for the business?
Sure. So I'm very proud of the team. With the velocity, we've increased it tremendously over the last 2 years. A lot of it is the engagement we have with the business. I think the business trusts us and works very closely with us. More complex problems, we'll have design sessions that includes the business and the developers to work through solutions to come up with the optimal solution for the business. I think our requirements as a whole have improved. We do a part of our agile process, we do a sprint walkthrough where we go through each and every ticket individually and talk about not just we talk about what the solution is, but also the why. Why are we doing this, and why is it important to the business? It allows our developers a chance to ask a lot of questions to our analysts and make sure they understand the problem we're trying to solve very deeply, as well as our QA analysts, so they understand how to test it properly. Some of our more senior developers then can contribute to design discussions at that point, so that some of our more junior or developers can take it and run with it. So it's made us very effective. That meeting, more than any, probably has made us more effective, because once we get into a development sprint, the developers are off and running. And there's not a lot of distraction, not a lot of going back to the business or the analysts for clarifications, because they fully understand the problem they're trying to solve.
Right. Oh, that's so great to know. And just achieving how much you've achieved over the last 12 months, the number of tickets and the number of, the volume of work has been just staggering. So congratulations there. One of the other aspects, Tracy, as we see, right now, as we are in quarter 4 of 2021, there's a huge war for talent.
Yeah.
Right? And it's really incredibly hard for IT organizations to attract talent as well as retain some of the talent. And it's especially hard even in insurance, because insurance hasn't been historically a very glamorous industry. So as you stepped into your role, one of the things that you did that helped with just the talent, but also broader from a cultural standpoint, what are the things that you are proud of that you did over the last couple of years or so that is giving such amplified results?
Yeah, really, you look at what we've achieved over the last couple of years, it all goes back to the talent. We've been able to attract and retain talent because we develop a nice culture here, a nice working environment for our people. We give them challenging opportunities, but we also allow them to grow in directions they want to grow in their careers. So I think that's hugely important. And we try to balance the workload so that you do have a work-life balance. I never forget that at the end of the day, we all go home to our lives and have things going in our lives. And if you have a sick kid, that's your main priority and should be your main priority. And so you need to take care of those things first, and then you'll be a more effective employee. I think our folks appreciate that. We've changed quite a bit with COVID. We're all work from home, but we still stay very engaged. We have daily Scrum calls, and we do retrospectives. One of the things I'm proud of is in every single retrospective we do after a sprint, multiple people will comment that one of the things that's really working for us is communication. So we haven't lost that, even though we're in a work from home environment. People are readily available. We use Teams, throughout the day to contact people and touch base with people. So we'd be able to keep that, and actually our velocity's increased as we've gone to working from home, which is another thing that creates a nice atmosphere for our people. Majority of our people prefer to work from home. Developers by nature tend to like to do things in that kind of atmosphere because they can focus. So it's worked out rather well for us.
Yeah, that's great. And I personally feel that being a business partner, the team really enjoys working with you. I think their productivity levels are up, the motivation levels are up, and that's just so fantastic. And you've just created the right environment for people to be productive and to be able to contribute effectively. So that's
thanks. Yeah, it's a great team.
Congratulations. You also have a pretty modern stack from a technology standpoint. Would you talk to us a little bit about the stack? And then I want to hit on the digital pieces, but maybe you can just comment on the stack and just any nuances around it. That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm very fortunate in that we have a modern technology stack. We've gone through the transformation. This is my second policy administration replacement effort, and those are painful, no matter what system you're using. Now that we're in place, now's the fun part. We have Insurance Now, Guideware's Insurance Now, which is a highly configurable application we're very happy with. We use MuleSoft for integration. We have OpenText for documents, ImageWrite for document management, and then we have Cloverleaf as a data warehouse. So it's a very robust stack. I feel like I'm set up to do whatever the business wants to do, whatever direction they want to go. We can go there pretty quickly and pretty effectively. Particularly with MuleSoft, it allows us to be a API-led company. As we start getting into the digital space with portals and things of that nature, it allows us to do a lot of things.
That's great to hear, and I think that will, having a modern stack will really help you. Now that your core systems are in place, it will help you become much more digital.
Yeah, one thing I would add, I was talking to our CEO about this the other day. The way we are positioned with our technology stack, we can, I believe, double our premium as an organization, and it wouldn't mean that I need to dramatically change the size of my staff. Just because we have such configurable technology, we can grow exponentially as an organization without increasing the expense of IT.
I'm sure that's going to reflect in the business performance as well, as you really partner with the business, and you already have the foundation and the infrastructure in place, and it's just a question of taking on more demand, right?
Yep.
So Tracy, how about next year? What are you looking forward in the future? What plans do you have? As you look out into the future.
So we're partnering with Exavalu and developing a broker portal. Excited about that. I think it's an opportunity for us to make business easier for our brokers. I'm a big believer, and I've done this forever, that really there are two factors in insurance, and there always have been. It's understanding your risks and having data to understand your risk and being easy to do business with. Those are the two things that will make you successful. Technology continues to evolve and change to meet each of those pillars better. And we just need to take advantage of that. We talked about our technology stack. We feel like we're positioned to really take advantage of those two things. So we have Cloverleaf in place. We believe we can get to a deeper level on our data, understand our data better, evaluate risks better, rate better. And then on the other side, the digital side, develop an experience for our brokers that's industry leading. So it's very easy to do business with us.
And that's fantastic, because eventually at the end of the day, in the business of insurance, as you said, how do you manage your risk? How do you deliver the right kind of agent / customer experience, and how do you manage your losses and manage your costs? So that's great.
Yeah.
Tracy, thank you for being here with me today, and congratulations on all your success, and we really wish you all the best for the future.
Great, thank you.